Hello, crew. It is last day of 2011, Saturday, December 31st, and we are back home after traveling to Pullman and back, or actually Lyndon Brad's and back outside Colfax. We went up there yesterday, and the reason we went up there was because Gareth had gone skiing with the Boy Scouts with Brad and Isaac. And Taryn went up with Linda last week after she was down here for Christmas, and so we went up there to pick them up. And originally, when we went up there, I thought we were going to be up there for the entire weekend. Sarah asked me to take Friday off from work, and then we were on our way up there, and that's not true. It was Friday morning. I was packing to go, and she said, we're coming back tomorrow. And I was like, oh, okay. So, but it was nice. It was a quick trip up. Had feast on Friday night, and saw the Fishers, Tom and Patty and Vera, and then watched Blazing Saddles with Brad and Sarah and Carew and Gareth and Isaac. And I don't know how long it's been since you've seen Blazing Saddles, but Sarah had never seen it, and I was like, "Oh, you got to see it! It's hilarious!" And then we actually started watching it, and then I was a little bit nervous about having the kids watch it because I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember what all was in it. And it's a pretty amazing movie in that it's a pretty pointed yet hilarious and unserious indictment of racism. And it's just really done in a it holds up really well, considering it was done in the mid 74, I think was when it was filmed, 1974. So what is that, 35 years ago, and 37 years ago, and it still holds up. And I was just really surprised at how good it was, and how funny it was, and how the humor. The use of the terms nigger and spick or chink, I almost think you couldn't get away with making that movie now. It's really interesting. Well, and also the word faggot, which they use multiple times. It's just, it's hilarious the way that they just lampoon all that stuff and bring out the absurdity. And actually, I after the kids watched it, I thought, that's a good movie for the kids to watch. It's pretty funny. So anyway, that was interesting. It was a good time. Obviously, I'm walking around in our destroyed living space here. I can give you an update. Yesterday, when we weren't here, they worked and they finished tearing out this entire floor. The hardwood used to be in here, and there was the water damage and stuff over there. And we got an estimate on redoing the whole floor down here, and it was within the price range of what we were hoping it would be, so we're going to be able to afford that. So that's good. We're going to we went and checked out countertops. So it's interesting. The flooring's going to cost X amount, and the countertops and the cabinetry combined will cost about the same as the flooring. And then the other big expense, he's going to bring in somebody to do the sheetrock finishing. So, but I think overall we're going to be in pretty good shape on our budget. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, they took out some of the molding along the tops of these the wallpaper here. They still didn't put the beams up. Supposedly Ron was going to come back this afternoon and do some electrical work, but I kind of doubt he's going to make it. So yeah, the interesting thing is actually if you go in our living room, we have moved tons of stuff in the living room. This is all kitchen stuff. This over here is more kitchen stuff. You can see this junk all is generally here. There's some junk over there. Oh, those are people. It's not junk. All my music stuff I've moved out. I haven't actually finished moving all of it out, but a lot of it's out. we actually just, because, you know, we needed more furniture to put in, this is a couple pieces of furniture that we just bought that actually house litter boxes for the cats. And we just had this issue with our litter boxes being, you know, just being filthy all the time. And so we purchased these, and the cat can go inside them and use them. We'll see if it works now. Yeah, so we've been moving stuff around. We also moved a bunch of stuff upstairs. So that's pretty cool. The other thing that is kind of cool, and I don't know, let's see if I can go find a mirror. I'll go in the bathroom upstairs. Is that I think I told you that Landon Donovan has gone on loan to Everton. Oh, great. Rin's in the shower or something. Hello?
Who is it?
What are you doing?
What?
Are you taking a shower?
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay. I'm going to have to find another mirror. Landon Donovan went on loan to Everton, so I went online and purchased an Everton jersey, which I'm actually wearing right now. It's a third alternative jersey. It's kind of a, there you can see it in the mirror. It's an off-white, and it's got a, I don't know if you can see, I got a Landon Donovan one with a 9 on it, and it was actually pretty cheap, relatively speaking, because apparently they're not very popular. But I like it's kind of a, their other jerseys are kind of a bright blue color or a yellow, and I kind of thought that the off-white would be, I would feel more comfortable wearing it more often. Like, so I could wear this shirt, you know, actually to a lot of things, and it would be less gaudy. And I know that it's hard to believe that someone who wears his hair in dreadlocks and wears funky toe shoes and does weird stuff worries about being a little gaudy, but I in fact do worry about that sort of thing. So anyway, I also just finished watching the 3 videos that you put up today about your swimming, and you never actually clarified. I mean, you swam from you swam 2.5 hours, 2 3/4 hours this morning, but did you actually make 10,000 yards? Or did you just swim until you could no longer swim? I assume you did make 10,000 yards. Also, your weather has been warm. Our weather is warm here as well, not surprisingly, I guess. We got some rain, and Gareth and Isaac on their skiing got one day it kind of rained while they were skiing, and so they had a lot of ice. But actually the last day they had about 4 to 6 inches of powder on top of the ice, so it was okay, but not great. But actually Gareth, apparently they went up with a guy who's a ski instructor, and so they had lessons every morning for 4 or 5 days. 5 days, I guess they were up there 5 days. So they had a great time, and Gareth apparently improved significantly skiing. He's also going to do, there's a ski bus that leaves from Pendleton. It's done by Parks and Rec, and he did it last year. And so I think it's in January and February, so it starts next Saturday. So it's kind of good. So we got this kickoff where he went and skied for a week, and then he'll go up every Saturday for the rest of the next 2 months. And he should be, you know, pretty comfortable skier by the end of that, hopefully. He will have already skied more than I've skied in my life. So that's kind of cool. Also, I talked to my mom and dad when we were up there in Colfax, and my dad was saying he's hoping he might be able to go skiing a little bit later, which would be awesome. What, he's 70, what would he be? Let's see, he's 32 years older than me, so he's 75 now. He will be 76 in January, February, I can't remember which. January, I think. So yeah, good for him going skiing. He and Mom are working out regularly, so you know they go and they work out 4 days a week at the gym I think he does the AMT machine, the same machine I do. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a lot of mishmash stuff. I enjoyed your videos. It was good to see you. And I actually wanted to say, just comment on how great it was. This is unrelated to you, but having Brynning Carew home from college, and Gareth and Taryn, and we were driving back home in the car from Brad and Linda's house, and it was just great. 3 hours in the car, we just had a great time, had wide-ranging conversations about entropy and politics, and we talked about Blazing Saddles, and talked about all the terms that are used in there, and talked to Taryn about why he shouldn't use them in polite company. It was I don't know, it was just a fun time. So anyway, we still have 2 more days. Oh, you asked me about FIFA 12. So actually, it's kind of cool. I've been playing, I can't remember if I told you this, so I'll tell you the whole thing before I sign off and end this video. But I reached a point, I didn't tell you this, where at the amateur level I could pretty much dominate. So I've been playing 1 match at the amateur level in an MLS league that I have going, and then I have, in an EPL league that I have going, and then 1 match at the semi-pro level in MLS level. And so at the beginning of, and I just finished the MLS season, actually. I won the league. I came in 2nd overall in the league in the regular season, but then in the playoffs I ended up going to the finals and playing the New York Red Bulls, which finished 1st. And so you can tell it's a video game, it's fantasy, because the Red Bulls won the league. But then when I played them in the MLS Cup, I beat them 5-0. So I think I'm finally getting it with the semi-pro level. What I think I'm going to do next is I'm going to switch. I'm going to finish my EPL at the amateur level, and then I'm going to try to play EPL at the semi-pro level and play a whole season there, and then maybe ramp it up to the pro level once I get going there. So anyway, been having a good time with that, and the nice thing about it, I think I told you this before, is because it only takes, the games are 12 minutes playing time. So, and I actually do a lot of in-game management, so I stop and I check the state of my players, because it tells you how tired they're getting or if they're injured. And so I do tactical things during the game. So it takes me about 20 minutes all told to play a match. So, if I play 2 matches, that's a little less than an hour, and it's nice. And then I just go do something else. So I'm enjoying it. So at some point, maybe I'll figure out how to stream one of the matches and put it up on YouTube. Not that smart though. Till I talk to you again, I am still dead.